And Todd Preston is here from D.A. Davidson talking about this week's market news. First off, I hear that the Dow S&P 500 traded at record highs.
They did, yeah. We had a strong rally. The Dow finished at 26,657. That's a record that has never been seen, but it's the second longest period between records, 288 days back from May 15 to July of 16. I should say in this 9-year bull market run, it was 168 days between the last one. So, but it's hard to remember. In February, we had a technical correction because both the S&P and the Dow fell 10%. So, in the middle of this huge, great economic run, we did see that 10% pullback, which is so far in the rearview mirror that nobody even remembers it, but we did have it. So, yeah, great run yesterday.
And educate us a little. I'm curious, how is it that the Dow is measured? So
the Dow is price weighted versus market weighted, like the S&P. So, in the S&P, a dollar move is a point. With the Dow being market weighted, it's exponential. So a dollar move in an individual stock can move the market 7 points. So for example, since March 23rd, Apple has added 364 points to the Dow. United Technology has added 361 points, and Boeing has added 300 points. So those stocks have all moved nicely, but the multiplied impact to the Dow is why we're at 26,000 as opposed to where the S&P is. So just remember, when you see those great big moves, it doesn't represent that kind of dollar move in the individual 30 stocks that make up the index.
Okay, and last, what is it that's driving the market right now?
Well, just kind of steady signs of a fundamentally strong economy. We've got good corporate earnings. We've got housing starts that look like they're going to finish the year up 3%. Existing home sales are also strong. So the big unknown is, where's China going to come in with the potential tariffs? And there's early talk that Walmart's actually talking about having to raise prices if the tariffs come in. So those things could begin to weigh on the market. But right now, that's really the biggest headwind that we have. Otherwise, all the other areas are pretty strong.
All right. Well, Todd, thank you so much for joining us today. You have yourself a good weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. We'll be